All right, you guys. When I pull out the voice memos, it's bad. It's always bad. I wanted to try to capture what's going on. And I'm going to do my best to be as open as I can. But I'm really having one of those moments where I'm in the trenches in terms of my weight loss. I'm having a very, very hard time. I've been hinting at it all week. And I need to talk about it because I can't. It's like I'm trying to film and I just can't. So what's going on? So I will say at this moment, I have really, really, really bad anxiety. I think a lot of my hormones are really, really rough at the moment. I'm going through a lot of burn-off symptoms. I actually did a video on weight loss symptoms earlier, in part because I was going through so many. And I'm trying to use this physical state that I'm in to understand more about myself. Because I feel like sometimes when your physical state is weak or struggling in some ways, you can learn more about your psychology, or you can learn more about certain issues. And for me, I talk a lot about the issues around weight loss and the different barriers I've had. And I don't think this moment is necessarily a barrier. It's just a very, very strange moment in time where I'm struggling with having less control over myself. I don't know how to handle this very foundational aspect of my experience being gone. And I know that sounds so weird, but just try to follow me because I don't even really know what I'm saying myself. But I feel like at a lot of points in my life, I have sabotaged myself in a lot of different ways. And one of them was weight loss. And I think I talk a lot about this in terms of hypothyroidism causing a need for drama, and you need drama for energy. I've talked a lot about this, and I think I'm at this point where that's gone. It's like I can't do that anymore. And it's really, really, really alien to me. And I think it's like, it sounds so weird. But there was a lot of times in my life where I was scared of being happy, or I was scared of certain things, and scared of being successful, scared of just a lot of stuff. And I feel like this past week I've had a lot of fears surrounding weight loss and surrounding new possibilities, new options, new things that were not open to me before. And I don't know why, but it's really terrifying. It's so terrifying to me. And I feel like for so many years, I had so many things that were not available to me. And I'm very overwhelmed by the possibilities. And I feel like I get a lot of anxiety over it. And it's kind of like I've come so far to where I can't, I don't even think I could sabotage it even if I tried, which I'm not going to try or anything, but I'm just saying, like, these habits, these changes, they're so ingrained at this point that it's like, it would take so much work to stop the weight loss or to stop what's happening that it's not going to stop. And so it's like I have to deal with what's coming. And I fear a lot. And I know I shouldn't. And I know that, like, it's stupid, but I can't help but feel like I'm not the only person that's ever felt this way that's been losing weight. I think when you spend so much time with your body as a prison, it's like you don't know what to do when it's not anymore. You don't know how to handle it. You don't know. And when I can't stop myself or sabotage myself or go back to binging or anything, like, I just don't know how to cope with that. Like, I've had these moments. I had a moment like this. I remember, like, late last year, early this year. That was where I talked about the, like, kind of the inevitability of the weight loss and how I could no longer stop it because my body is, like, healthier and stuff. And it's like my metabolism's faster and I have new brain barriers to where, like, I can't binge, because if I were to binge, I would throw up, basically. Like, today we had, like, Memorial Day food, because I tend to take Wednesdays off, and I literally just ate a normal amount without counting at all, and I couldn't even fathom eating more than what I ate. And so I think just having that physical barrier that I didn't have before last year, it's really, really weird, because there are times when weight loss is so overwhelming. Like right now, it's very, very overwhelming, and I feel kind of trapped in it because I can't eat more to slow it down, or there's nothing I can do to slow it down, because not only can I not afford to eat more, but I can't eat more because I would be too full, and it's like all I would end up doing is prolonging it. But it's like I have edema, I have massive anxiety from the weight loss, I have, all my serotonin symptoms are going through the roof. Like, it's very hard, and it's like I just, I just don't know how to exist with this new brain that doesn't allow self-sabotage. And it's a huge blessing, and I'm not necessarily complaining. It's just that my emotional core has not caught up with my body and my mind, like my body and my brain. And so it's like there is a lagging in that, and I don't know how to deal with it. Because it's like, I think a lot of how I've coped in my life had to do with feeling a sense of control. And I know that that's so like eating disorder coded and just like so ridiculously stereotypical. But I feel really out of control right now, and I don't have that control over my body I used to. And as much as I feel like I've moved past the eating disorder, and I have, like, you know, in my body and in my mind, I've moved past it. Like I said, I can't binge. I couldn't, both because it's just so illogical and also because it's so not physically possible, you know? But it's like, sometimes I miss that control that I had over myself, or I miss that ability to just self-destruct. And I know that that doesn't make sense. I know that that doesn't, it's not logical. It's not, this is not a logical part of my being. This is like an emotional core. It's like this weird part of myself that is not caught up. And I don't know how to deal with it. Because I feel like people would say things like, well, you need to talk positively about yourself. And it's just like, it's not about like self-hatred. It's about being able to predict outcomes, or being able to know what's coming. And there's nothing that can change that. And that's the root of my anxiety, is like, I find myself at this moment constantly thinking of future scenarios that may occur, in particular as a result of my weight loss. And I keep trying to be vigilant and prepare for possibilities. And it's like, regardless of what's coming, I can't control it. And it really bothers me, because it's not having the ability to control it, but having the trigger that made you want to control it. The trigger of not having control, basically. It's weird. And I think I'm literally struggling with the fact that I don't have my ED anymore. And that's a really, really weird thing to be going through right now. Because I feel vulnerable. I really do. And I don't like feeling that way. I really don't. I do feel that. I feel vulnerable in having lost weight. And it really bothers me. And it's like, then I get mad at myself for being a pussy, basically. Like, I get mad. I'm just like, why are you so scared? It's like, you need to get over this. Like, you need to grow up. Like, that, these are the kind of conversations I have with myself, because it's just so dumb, you know? And I know that it's dumb. And it's like, I don't hate myself, but there are moments where I hate, like, I'm kind of hating myself right now, to be honest. I am. Because I'm hating that I'm so pussified and just so scared of just being vulnerable or being out of control. And it's like, doing my best to be invulnerable and doing my best to be in control of everything never made me happy. Look at my stomach. It's going crazy. Gosh, I'm like a nervous wreck tonight. But it never made me happy. In fact, I was more miserable than ever. The time when I was the most in control and the least vulnerable was 2020. And that was the time when I almost died. And it's like, I think just in this moment with all the hormones and just everything flowing through me and the fat burning and all this crap, it's like, I feel like I can really see that emotional core or that emotional component that was there. And it has to change. It has to change. Like, I can't go on like this. Like, or I can't be like 1 foot in, 1 foot out anymore, you know? I have to fully commit emotionally to the weight loss and to what's going to come. And I don't know what's going to come. So I have to make a blind choice in a way. And it's like, this is so gay to say, but it's like, I'm a millennial. I don't want to do that. You know? It's like, I've been let down a lot in life. So I can't I feel like it's really hard to just commit to something that I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm trying not to have any expectations, but it's like, I always had expectations of weight loss my whole life. Whether I glorified it or I dreaded it, it was there. And I'm trying to just let that wash away, but it's like, you can't I can't do that if I'm not committed emotionally to this process. And so I think that's something that I have to deal with right now, because I'm not going to be able to continue in an okay way if I can't change this emotional part of myself. And if I can't be okay with the fact that I can't control the outcome and I can't know what it is. So I'm realizing that I have a bit of a fear of intimacy, which is so obvious to me now, but for some reason I could never see it. I'm seeing that I have a fear of just being hurt, basically, deeply. And I just didn't think that it was that. I didn't think that it was that ingrained to where I would be having all this distress over something like this. But anyways, I hope that made sense. I'm gonna go now.